Did I end my stream? Oh my god. I can't believe I killed my stream. How did that happen? What did I type? What actually did I hit a hotkey that ended my stream? That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I can't believe that. I can't believe I I accidentally closed my stream. That is absolutely wild to me. I clearly had too many viewers, and so I oh my god. I'm a pro at this. I'm an absolute pro. I'm so disappointed in myself. Okay. What was I saying? I was talking about input manager? I don't even know. I'm like, oh, cool. I have all these cool viewers. And that's going to let other people discover my stream. And so what do? I just close the stream so that you all have to go somewhere else. Nailed it. Absolutely crushed it. What an absolute dork. Okay, but we still have 2 hours of stream left, so I'm going to shake that off, and we're going to pretend that I'm not an idiot, and we're going to keep going. Not be too disappointed by ruining my one shot. I'm not too worried about it. I just feel like an idiot. But what are we but not all just a bunch of idiots trying to do things sometimes. Typing stars. Okay, there we go. All right, so the goal was to have like FXB games fade in and then have the title screen fade in, and I would be happy with that. And then just to make sure that all the menus and stuff like that works. That would be like the goal for me to get this into an alpha state that I could then share with other people. I just want to know what fucking hotkey did I hit that closed the stream, and why is it a hotkey? I'm so distracted now. Let me look. What are my hotkeys in OBS? Start streaming, stop streaming. I'm deleting that hotkey. We don't need it. Go away. Crazy. I did hit the stop. Yeah, I definitely did that. What a dork. I'm such a dork. Okay, so I believe I'm going to close a bunch of this because I don't think I need it right now. We have object fade in. We're gonna have this return a tween. Sequence. I think it's a tween. If is not equal to null, can we just reverse this? Return null. Else do this. Get rid of the nesting. Chat, you guys need to perk me up after losing all of you guys. How are you doing? Are you still kicking around? I'm too afraid to look at my view count. I'm like literally too afraid to look at my view count. David H76. H76. What is H? What would H76 be? It might just be H76. I'm glad that you're still here. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. I mean, the good thing about basically flushing all the lurkers out is I now know who who the real guys are. Yeah, I'm not stressing it. Skatebird, thank you, buddy. Appreciate the thank you. Just your last initials? Okay. Yes, it happens to the best of us. We are all normal people. I am just a normal person who makes mistakes. The fact that that's a keybind is evil. Yeah, it was a Control Shift bracket. And for some reason, I also thought that that was the hotkey for IntelliJ's like open class, but I set that to something else. I just can't remember. Anyways, I removed that hotkey because, yeah, that's evil. That's brutal. And I didn't even notice. Like, I think if I would have noticed quickly, I would have been able to start it up again without it cutting, but whatever. Like you said, I'm not going to stress it. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being back. Thank you for chatting. We're normal people. Streamers are just normal people. Tween equals fade text, blah, blah, blah. On complete, yes, that's exactly what I want. Fade in title letters, boom, 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 boom. That should work. But should and does it work are two different things. Right. I did not set. Where is that script? I did not set the reference. Oh, okay. Okay. Set active, perhaps. We're gonna have to set these things to be active. It's a wild, what a crazy keybind, huh? It's kind of crazy to think that like there's still a ton of people in chat, but the view count isn't there. But I guess that's because they're just lurking, I would think. I don't quite know how that works. All right, so I was going to post, so before the raid, before all you guys came in, I was going to post on social media to be like, hey, I'm live. And then I didn't because I'm like, oh, I have like people here, but now I think I probably need to do it. Get more folks in. So let me post to social media. Let me also... I don't know what it is, but I woke up with like a bunch of little bites all over me. And they're fucking itchy. They're like little mosquito bites. Let's do one of these chats. A little selfie for the Instagrams. I'm too old to be doing this, but let's see if it brings people into the stream today. Because we still have a ton of time. And then let's see if this works. Let's go back to scene start. Oh no, I forgot to set it to active, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. How do I do a link? Can I not do links? Okay, good, I can. Twitch.tv/itsflannelbeard. Done. There we go. Okay, let's figure out what's going on. I think it's just that I'm not setting these things to active. And so before we fade it in, if it's not null, so what we'll do is temp to fade dot set active true. Can I do that? Get component text mesh pro game object set active true. That should work. I think. Let's test it out. Still not working, okay. Okay, they are active actually, right? I don't think I've actually set it to not be active. They're just opacity is 0. Right. What am I doing wrong? Big oops I see, LeGingerDev. You fucked me by asking me to look at my input. It's not your fault. Not your fault at all. But I definitely hit a hotkey that stopped streaming. So yeah, I did that. Kind of screwed up. Kind of screwed up. I've since removed that hotkey, so hopefully I never make that mistake again. Anyways, look, having 20 viewers, it was not real. And so we're back to reality of where we should be. And hopefully we have a few new viewers that will come and hang out again. Okay, so I will show you. I will not try any kind of hotkeys this time. I'm just going to open it up. We have our input handler. And that just grabs your key down. It extracts the key and converts it to a char, a character. It then throws an event, which is then picked up by our word manager. And all we're doing is we look at all the words in our word list, which is all the words that are shown on screen, and verifies if the car that you typed is valid. If it is, great. We then handle what that success looks like. If not, we show the error and count it as a wrong character. And then we do some animations if it is successful. And then the other thing that we do is we check if the word is completed, right? So is the character the last character of the word? If so, then we do a bunch of things to destroy the object, create a new one, blah, 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 blah. And it's, as you can see, a little bit complicated because it's just a little bit of spaghetti code that's handled for the different levels. I got rated last week by someone with 70 viewers. I was stupidly busy for no reason, but it was fun. Yeah, it was fun when y'all came in. I don't know. I effed up, but I think, you know what? I think I got some new folks. We got some new folks that followed. At the end of the day, like when you get a raid, like it's a percentage of people who like actually engage. The rest of the people are lurkers. Like my chat room is still like filled with folks. But if I get a few more followers, which I did, that means that they're hopefully going to come back and hang out with us again. Yeah, I know that you saw the Discord notification. But I'm saying like there's like 20-ish people that came in with the raid. It brightened my day. And then I fucked up. And so it might just be a quiet stream from here on in, but what can I do? Because usually what the good thing about having like a high view count is that you're higher on the Discover page, which brings in more people. But that's okay. I had something similar. Someone rated me as I was leaving. Yeah, came back and 20 viewers turned into 5. Another instance I got rated by 15, 2 minutes later. Close. Yeah, that happens to me too. Like I end up like getting rated just as I'm closing stream. So this was like the first time in a long time that I got rated where it's like, oh, I'm actually just starting and this is great. But like I said, the reality is like it doesn't, it's not a given that it's all going to convert. What was that bleep? What's happening? I wanted to whisper. How do I do a whisper?
Yo, good morning. How you doing?
Who's that in my ear? Yeah, it's a small rush, and then it is a small rush, and then back to normal. Exactly. Just a few follows here and there. Yeah, exactly. And that's part of streaming. It's a few follows here and there, and you slowly build up a bit of an audience. So that is the reality of streaming. I still am beside myself that I kind of fucked up by closing the stream, but it's okay. I'm over it. I think I'm over it. I keep talking about it, but I am kind of over it. Okay, we don't have to set it active because it is active. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? I mean, it's very possible that I'm returning null. So why don't I debug.log. We could do this. Temp to fade color, new color, temp to fade color template. This I don't need. Do fade, end value is 1, duration is something, set delay, okay. Let's verify what duration and delay is. It'll happen again. Shame we don't stream similar times. I'd raid you, but in the future, it's likely I'll be doing 8-hour dev streams when my contract for my 2 clients runs out. So we'll switch full time. I hope it works out. Because like I don't know the metrics on like subs and conversion of that to followers and stuff like that, but like I think I have like 3 subscribers. Because they're mostly Twitch Primes, right? And so yeah. I could like do a double check. I might not even have 3 subscribers. Now I have 2 subscribers because whoever was subscribed at some point, it lapsed, right? And so I think I only have 1 person who's like subscribed outside of Twitch Prime. So technically I have like one subscriber that it, until they cancel it, will roll over. I wonder if I could see that, the difference between if I can see the difference between a Prime and a raw sub. Let's see. Prime subs, paid subs. If I look at month. Okay, it doesn't say how many subs I have. Revenue, subscriptions, ad breaks, ad time stream, promotion. Oh, it does say here, one total plus point, 1 tier, 1 sub. 1 total gifted sub, 1 gifted tier. So I have 1 gifted sub, 1. That's not really helpful. So basically 1 gifted sub at this point. I have no Prime subs anymore, and 1 paid sub. So that's what I'm looking at. It's pretty low. pretty rough in the game dev space. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of viewers. You're sending me a screenshot in you threw that in Discord, yeah? I mean, you're doing better than me with 7 subs, bud. So that's not so bad. I mean, I don't mind showing behind the scenes here. Let me open up Firefox for those that are interested in what this looks like. And look, and by all means, I'm not begging for subs. I'm not begging for Twitch Primes. Well, maybe now that we're here, we are going to roll an ad in about 20 seconds. I do a minute and a half every 30 minutes so that we don't have pre-rolls. And so if you have a Twitch Prime, I mean, I'll definitely take it so that you don't get ads. But more than anything, if you have Twitch Prime, just use it on someone. It doesn't have to be me, because it doesn't roll over month after month. So you might as well use it before you lose it. I have the lucky outcome. I streamed for a long time ago and got affiliate in that time playing games. Interestingly, I don't have Twitch Prime, but I see no ads. Oh, it might just not be. Sometimes you don't get ads. So this is what it looks like for me. So dollar amount, right? Basically 2 and a bit bucks in a gifted sub, 2 and a bit bucks in a paid sub, and it's really just I have 2 subs. That's for the last 30 days. What if we do August? August is a little bit better. A couple of Prime subs and 2 paid subs. That's cool. I don't know who the paid subs are. I don't think I bought a sub for someone. So. Oh, that means like someone potentially is not paying for a sub anymore. I lost someone. I think that's what that means. I used to have 2 paid subs. And now I have 1 paid sub. Oh well. But look, I'm not making a ton of cash. Like $2 a month doing this. It's not the smartest investment of my time. I just enjoy doing it. We're doing it for the love of the game. We're not doing it for the cash. All right, we should be back from break. So thank you for hanging out on the other side of it. Not found on object. Okay, so it is hitting a null pointer issue. Okay. Because it's probably this. So let's take a look. Jim the Dandy, welcome on in. I still need to create a YouTube clip and short that you are heavily featured in. But I have not pooped my pants today. So good news there. Okay. What is the delay? 0 delay. I don't know why this is so difficult. Jim the Danny, welcome though. Thank you for hanging out, buddy. I can't tell if you're a bot or not, but I appreciate you being here. Okay, I can't figure this out. What is going on? Why am I being dumb? Why am I being a dumb? This shouldn't be so hard. I haven't pooped my pants today, no. Almost yesterday. But we survived it. Which is good, right? I think that's good that we survived it. Okay, let's put this here. Oh no, okay. It is a TextMesh Pro GUI. My gosh, what am I doing wrong? Get components. Do fade, end value, duration, delay. Image.doFade. TextMesh Pro.doFade. End value 1, duration. Set delay. I'm not even going to set a delay. The curse's power is warning. I don't have much time. Listen carefully to break the curse. Prosto Cutilo, I killed my stream. Thank you for coming back. Can you believe I killed my stream? I pressed the kill shortcut button. The hotkey. Object not found. Object not found. Why is that like looping? Object not found. Object not found. Start. Oh. Um, yeah. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to be a Text Mesh Pro GUI. End value is 1. Duration is duration. Set delay is delay. It's going to be a 0. Okay. And then we're going to override. And we're going to do a Text Mesh Pro. I'm going to call this... The TMP always throws me off because it makes me think of like temp. I'm afraid to use any shortcuts right now. Text Mesh Pro. We're just going to rename. We're going to name it that. And then up here, we're going to rename this. Refactor, rename, Text Mesh Pro GUI. Return null. Do the fade. I think we get rid of this, because why do I need to set it to 0 before we set it to 1? Is this right to pass through the tween? I don't know. And then here, studio name dot get object dot get component Text Mesh Pro GUI. Right. This should be a capital. Maybe not. Whatever. Text Mesh Pro GUI, and then here, game objects to fade dot get component Text Mesh Pro. Why even have such a button? I don't know why there's such a hotkey that closes the stream, but it doesn't exist anymore. I got rid of it. The tower, the Babel. I would be a little bit concerned, but I'll take all the viewers I can get. One should not be choosy in their choice of viewer. Okay, I really want to figure this out. It's driving me nuts. It's driving me crazy. Plug in my phone here. Plug in my watch. Okay. Let's clear the debug logs. If I get rid of this, what happens? Is it just like hidden behind? Okay, it's hidden behind. That's a slow ass fade. Probably too slow. I realize that we're going to want to fade out. So fade in. Fade. I'll do private between fade out text mesh pro. We're going to do text mesh pro GUI. And then it's basically this, but back to 0. And then I'm going to object fade in. This could be generic, but I'm not going to make it generic. I think it's going to be very scripted. So we have our studio name. We have a list of, it started off as like a list of objects to fade. I don't really care. But we're going to rename this to title letter, game objects to fade. Make it super, super, super obvious. Renaming a serialized field can break existing. Yeah. Okay, forget it. We'll do studio delay. We'll do studio duration. We'll do serialized fields. Private float. Title delay. Title duration. We'll do studio fade in duration. Fade in duration. We'll do serialized fields, private float, studio fade out duration. Fade in studio, we're gonna do private void fade out studio, TMP Pro. Between T equals, not TT, between T equals fade out text mesh pro. And then same thing, studio name.game object.get component text mesh pro GUI. And let's see, on complete, we will do fade in title letters. And then on complete here, we're going to do fade out. We're going to do fade out. Studio, yep. Boop, 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 boop. Duration, studio fade in duration, studio fade in, studio delay. Do I not have a fade in duration, fade out direction? We are going to serialize this as well to be studio fade in delay. Yes. And then we're going to do studio fade in duration, studio serialized fields, private float, studio fade out delay. Fade in title letters. Fade. I'm gonna rename this to rename. Fade Text Mesh Pro GUI. Don't necessarily need to overload it, and then this is title duration and title delay. Studio fade out duration. Studio fade out delay. Okay, I think I got that all settled. Studio fade in delay 0, fade out duration 0.5, let's say. Studio fade out delay, let's say 0. Let's do the same thing, 0.5. Title delay 0, let's do 0.5. Let's just do it all 0.5 and see how quickly that goes. Perfect. And then for testing, that's perfect. We'll fix it in a little bit. We want a black screen. Okay. Is it a Z-axis issue? Is it a sequencing issue? I never understand. I've never understood this. Some weird puzzle. Justice Leopard. Is there blood in my stools? Oh my gosh. No. Why are there so many brown Illuminati in your chat? The brown Illuminati? What the fuck is going on? Justice Leopard. How are you doing? with one M? Okay. What if I put this up here? Why? This. The brown triangles, I'm doing weird. You know, Prostocatil, I was worried about you. I haven't seen you in chat in such a long time, and I was getting worried. I'm glad that you're still doing all right. All right, I am absolutely beyond myself. I don't know why the ordering of these things. Do I need to put this like at the top? Okay. I don't always understand the ordering of things. But, okay. Yeah, I think it's okay to be not in the mood. Okay, and then the other thing I'm going to do, we're kind of there, I think. Can you please save? Yeah, I'm glad that you're not dead. I know that's uncomfortable to talk about, but thank you for partying. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for chatting. I don't think I need to throw an event. I think I'm just going to call it directly. Fade in letters. For each. What is that? Is that a box? What is that emoji? Hold on. What is going on? You guys are absolutely freaking insane. What is that? Is that a juice box? Is it like an apple juice? Grape juice? Drones, I guess. Balakayas? It's a slang for for drones. What is my sub goal? 2 subs. I have a sub goal of 2 subs, y'all, and it's September. Let's get it done. Okay. Okay. That all works. It's not flickering. How do I get it to flicker? Fade out text mesh pro GUI. For each. I don't know if I want to do for each. I think maybe what I want to do is just the last one. So what I'm going to do is I'll create a list of tweens. What I'm going to do is tweens.add and then outside of the for each, I'm just going to do tweens.last sure on complete target title flicker dot flicker letter last tweens.last import systems enumerables tweens dot just 0. Can I just do this? And what's wrong with this? Argument type void is not assignable to a parameter on complete. Flicker letter object, flicker letter. Run that bit of code. What level would word be like onomatopoeia? Onomatopoeia? Bang? That would be the asteroid level. That would be the asteroids level. An error inside a tween callback was taken care of. Void fade until other not set to an instance of an object. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Right. Okay. That was because here, no. Fade in, title word. We should have a reference to target title flicker find object of type target title flicker. Hardcore insta-kill permadead level. You can never play the game again? Okay, I like that. The only other thing I might want to do is... Well, first of all, let me just... I'll save. Title fades are working. Oh, that's so laggy. Okay. There's an event on fade in complete. I think what I will also do, fade in complete, fade in on start. Image component, image.color, new color, fade between. That's on start. I could probably just do the math. Also, once I played some game from a Touhou series on easy mode, easy. Some people just like crazy game. Yeah, I died 99 times in that game. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to put a hardcore mode in here. It might actually kill people. I need to go to the washroom. I'm going to run some ads and I'll be right back. If you don't get ads, great. If you do get ads, I'm sorry. You can use a Twitch Prime to try to dodge it. Be back in a bit. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about with me being on? I can maybe throw some hard words in there. Absolutely. I could definitely do that. Justice Leopard, you are not going to believe what happened before you came in today. So we got raided with about 20, 25 folks. Pretty cool. Pretty exciting. And then someone asked me to show them a bit of code, and I was in my IDE, and I'm like, what is the hotkey to quickly open a class in IntelliJ? I couldn't remember. I can't remember what I set it to. And I tried a hotkey, and I got one of the right hotkeys on my system. It was a hotkey that ended my stream. And so I went from 20 viewers, 25 viewers to the two of you guys today. So it was a very exciting start to the stream. And then kind of a disappointing mistake at the end there. But we move on. We move on. We'll survive. I think. I think we will survive. Maybe we'll go back to what I was working on at the beginning of the stream before I got raided, which was a little channel redeem to put a beard on me. Yeah, more people know about it. I got some followers through that, so it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Just kind of classic F up. That's the hope. Prosto Cotilo, that's the hope. Hopefully people think I'm a funny guy. What's going on here? Why is he not charging? Why are people at work messaging? It was fun. It was kind of fun. We did have a fun start of the stream here. So what do I want to do here? We maybe are going to extend this to be serialized fields, private bool trigger on event false. If not trigger on event, let's do this. Let's take this out. And go private void start fade in. It's kind of a fade out, no? Fade in. Isn't it a fade out? Do I have a fade out? No. Alpha 1. Right, it's a fade out. The class name is named wrong. Or it's like the opposite, like the scene is fading in, but the object itself is fading out. It doesn't matter. And I had a beard to wear when I didn't have a beard, like a knit beard. It's not hard, actually. I missed a few messages. Maybe. How did I miss a few messages? Do I know how to knit? You can knit a beard for yourself. I'm gonna have a channel redeem where you can put a beard on me. We'll work on that in a second. That's what I started working on that and then I got raided right at the start and I'm like, oh, I should probably work on my game. I think that would be more interesting to new viewers than me working on cropping out a pixelated beard. If a trigger on event is true, we'll do something else. We will start fade out. And if it's trigger on event, then we will private void handle on triggering event, and we will start the fade out then. And here we will register to the event. So serialized field. Object fade in, object in, find object of type. Object fade event on title. Title fade in complete. And then let's go over here and we will create an event. And then we will do Flickr letter. And we will also do invoke. No, is that not right? If Jackass is a donkey, then front F. Yes, that's exactly right. Public event. Oh, it's got to be public event action. Right. Public event action. Wait. What? Public event action. Unity visual scripting? No. What is the using Unity Visual Scripting. It's not visual scripting. Title fade incomplete. Title fade incomplete. Invoke. Possible system null reference. And then we need to. We could do that. Level manager, we can get rid of these two things. Fade in, why is this wrong? Object fade in. Right, it's a small t. We could do private void on disable, we will unregister. Object if trigger event. Sure. Okay, I'm not paying attention to the chat, and I apologize for that. But we are trying to get through some stuff here. At least the music is hopefully good and you guys enjoy it. Right, we then have to go to our fade in and we have to say that it is trigger on event. You're done silly goosing for now. Okay, and so what I also need to do is on trigger event. We will set the fade in delay to be 0. I think the silly goosing is pretty funny. I appreciate you, Presto Cotillo. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for keeping chat moving, even if it's some silly goosing. If I do, let's do that. Let's activate it. Do I set it to 1? Private void set opacity at start. We could do that, and then I think I could get rid of that. We could do set opacity at start. You did your deed for now. You need to do some boring stuff, and then maybe later some less boring stuff. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't. There's very few things that I do know. In this world. What did I do? I fucked something up. What did I fuck up? Surely I could put that in there. And I can make that Z position 0. Surely that's all going to work. Perfect. Studio fade in delay. Let's do 0.2. Now we could just tweak some of the numbers here. Zero 0.2. Title delay 0.2. Okay, I like it. I think we're making progress here. I think my plan is going to be to move the camera as well. I mean, the one good thing about having no viewers or very few viewers is I'm actually getting stuff done. And I feel like if I was still in the world of being raided, I would probably be so distracted and we would get nothing done. So, you know, there's a silver lining here somewhere. Or maybe that's just a whole lot of copium. I don't know. Okay, main camera. Let's zoom in. Like all the way. And let me find the right centering. Let's do that. Let us. Oh no, I don't want to move the title. I want to move the camera. And then we're going to go like that. Imperial, how are you doing? Welcome on in. What brings you here? What brings you to chat? It's good to have you. All right, main camera. We're gonna move that like this, I think. Just like that. Then we will move this up like that. I think that's good. We could then set the opacity back down to 0. We could do the same thing here, set the opacity back down to 0. What brings you to chat? How are you doing? What's going on? Okay, that's perfect. I like where the starting point is for the camera. I'm just going to save that. I don't know why terminal is like so laggy. It's so weird. I probably need to restart my computer. Lurking in chat, yeah, that's fine. If you want to hang out and lurk, it is all good. It is all good, but first time chat, so, you know, new guy in the building. All right, I need to, let me get my notepad out. So camera start is x equals 993.5, y equals 605.79. Good round numbers. I don't think the z matters. And then the size is 181 size 181.1. Hammer finish. Let's find a good finishing position for that title screen, and then we're gonna move the camera to it as it fades. Rockpile, you can pick a bush nearby. You can pick a bush nearby. Cam, how you doing? Rockpile, how you doing, bud? Thanks for lurking. I did like the greatest thing that a professional streamer would ever do. Don't forget to give me your Twitch Prime, buddy. I did the most professional thing. Got rated, had like 20-ish viewers, and then hit the wrong hotkey on my computer that ended my stream and booted everyone out. Absolute fucking rock star, I am. Exactly. A lull indeed. That's okay. I'll survive. But it started off pretty fire. It was a pretty fire stream to start off. Okay, so I think we're gonna like go to here, which I think looks pretty good. Menu manager, where is my menu? There we go. I feel like we could probably center this a little bit or bottom it out a little bit. We can maybe make it a little bit bigger, maybe. Oh. We'll start with that. Okay, camera. I don't know, some other streamer rated us. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. Okay, position. Excuse me. 1110. Y is 488. Z doesn't matter. And size 423.8. 423. We are mathing a little bit of math. Okay, let's pop back in here. We're going to, excuse me. Menu scene, I want another class. We'll call it camera scene camera movement. Why did I do it this way? This could all go. Private camera, public event action. Oh no, I copied the wrong thing. That's okay. Void start. Private void start. Oh my gosh. We mathing? Yeah, we're mathing. Sorry, I'm kind of heads down. We want to register to the object fade in complete event. So that is title fade in complete. So find object plus minus title fade in complete, yeah, and then we're gonna do a private void handle on title fade in complete. And then we'll do private void disable on disable. We will deregister. Thank you. Private floats camera and x equals 111.111.0.1 f. Private float camera and y equals 488.5 f. Private float camera, it doesn't, z doesn't matter. I'll just put a z anyways. That's what it is. Because I'll probably end up doing a vector, it'll just be easier. And then private float camera and size equals 423.8. Camera end X, camera end Y, camera in Z, duration 0, snapping is -10, sure. One, two. What's wrong here? Okay. True. And then let us add to the camera a reference to itself. Is that dumb? Probably. Let's see if that works. I like that. That looks good. What does snapping do? If true, the tween will smoothly snap all values to integers. Yeah. What's default? Private float movement duration equals 2f. Movement duration. We had some rain today here. Ground is still wet. Remind me, you're in more eastern or western Ukraine? .5 and then ease out quad. What is my ease? South. In neighborhood of district people, in neighbor district people's city have a meter of water. Meter of water is crazy. That is kind of wild, dude. Hopefully you guys are okay. Okay, that's good. Our skip button, I think maybe still works. Hello. We'll put you right there. Our skip button doesn't work. But the opening is fast enough that I think we could maybe disable the skip button. Ah, fuck it. Let's try to fix it. Let's fix it. It'll probably take 2 seconds. Git add, git commit. Implement camera movement. What is going on with the skip button? Menu, individual sound button click, menu button handler. Skip opening button, button on click, add listener, click, skipped, skip opening button. What does it do? Escape opening scene. Okay, fade in, escape opening scene. Get button for name. Okay, escape opening scene. That's in our this method. That is not as easy as it used to be because there's other things happening. My brain is no braining. I think what likely needs to happen is I think what I want to do is fire off an event. And we're going to invoke that event. The IDE is so slow right now, it's fucking infuriating. All right, and then private menu button handler. Menu button handler. And then we are going to register private void on destroy. We will unregister handle skip opening button. Private void handle skip opening button. What is that going to do? Fade in studio, fade out studio. So we're gonna fade out studio. We're gonna fade in title letters. And we're gonna do that. Let's see if it's all fucked up or not. Are you off for a Truth and Reconciliation Day? I am off for Truth and Reconciliation. That is why I'm kicking around today, yeah. Okay, that works. If I skip, yeah, I'm cool with that. I think that looks fine. Let's just test it out in a different scenario here. Like what happens? Okay, yeah, no, that looks good. It's a little funky as it camera outs, but I think that's fine. I think that all kind of works okay here, and then let's just see how everything else is kind of working around the edges here. If I start a game, if I go back to the menu, what happens? Oh. Oh dear. Go leaderboard. What if I go back to menu from the leaderboard? Okay, I'm cool with that. If I start and then go new game, okay, new game works, great. If I go menu, null reference exception. Object reference not such an instance of an object. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. game handler, save data, start game started, set the game started once. Okay, a bit confused. Let me just double check when that is being thrown. Okay, so it's definitely on new game. No, sorry, it's when you go to menu. Okay, no error this time. What? Are you off for Truth and Reconciliation Day? I don't think it's a holiday in Quebec, but my company gave it to me off. And so here I am. I am not going to complain. Okay, I kind of hate that camera movement. Hold on, let me just fix that as well while we're here. Scene camera movement. Handled title fade incomplete. How can I find out if it's already doing it? I could probably set private bool camera movement started equals false. And I could do if camera movement started. I'm gonna put that in here. Camera movement started equals true, and I could put this in here. And then I could do on complete camera movement started. What is it, like this? No. What is it, like that? Camera movement started equals false. Yeah, Quebec doesn't have it. Okay, that's better. That's a little bit smoother. It was driving me a bit nutty. Okay, start. New game. Okay. Oh, wait. So no, sorry, not new game. Eats, whatever. Let me clear the errors. Let's go menu. I don't know what it could be. Let me just test it with some sound on, see if there's something I'm maybe missing. Menu. Okay, I don't know. All right, Prosto Catilo, thank you for hanging out. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for coming back after I fucked up and kicked all my cool streamer friends, raider friends out of here. Okay, we got to get that to work. But you know what? It might be time to... Oh, I really don't want to have to do this. It might be time to integrate the new menu into the title screen. I could do that, or I could play some video games because I'm getting a little bit tired. Let me try. Let me take a stab. Let me get push. Get checkout /B. It's so laggy. It's so weird. Get checkout /B. Let's do integrate new menu in game scene. It's a mouthful. And then let's take a stab at this because I think that's part of the problem, and I don't want to fix an old menu system. Yeah, this is the old. Fuck it, we're gonna delete it. I think we're going to use this settings menu canvas, and then we're going to draw certain things depending on the scene. I think that's probably the bet. So let's start off. I'm going to take some notes as well. Here, I could share my Obsidian. What is menu canvas, I call it? Open settings menu canvas in game scene. Hide other objects in game scene. Draw added options in the menu if in game scene. And I think the only thing to add is return to menu. I think we'll keep it simple. Returning to menu should skip the opening sequence immediately. Yeah, okay. So settings menu canvas, that is a prefab. Right, it is a prefab, right? Yeah, menus. Perfect. This might be harder than I think. I don't know. I went a little bit silent there. Nice. I need to make a trailer as well. Okay. Oh, there's probably a... Okay. Prefabs. Probably need the menu manager. Oh, no. The goat is live. Yes, I am, sir. Don't forget to give me your Twitch Prime. How are you doing, Keith? You're up nice and late. I had the most impressive pro streamer moment today, Keith. Oh, you're on lunch. Bummer. Get those deals signed. Get those deals signed. Okay, I gotta figure out how this works over here, because I forgot. Oh, yeah. So, what I did was, I had a raid of like 25 people, and we had a banger of a stream going. A lot of good momentum as I started early today. And then I went to do something in my code, and I hit a hotkey, which I thought was to open up a file quickly. And it was actually a hotkey to end stream, so I just like nuked my stream on my own. All those nice new viewers gone. Total professional over here. It's an iconic streamer moment, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a video together on that. But I don't know if I have the stamina to keep going today. Quite frankly. Parent main resolution. Okay. It should be easy to wire this up. Resolution canvas. Wait, no. Cancel. We'll move this. Shit. Cancel this. Let's lock this in. sound, none. Menu button handler. Sound setting manager. Sound setting. What's the sound setting manager? All right, I think we're gonna just end up, I need to stretch a little bit. I'm gonna roll some, I'm gonna roll like a minute of ads, make sure that we don't have pre-rolls for new folks coming on in. And as always, if you wanna dodge ads and just listen to some music, use your Twitch Prime. That's a great way to get rid of ads. I'll be right back. Oh, I still feel like such an idiot for nuking my stream. What a dork. Settings menu canvas. Parent settings. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just take a screenshot of this. I think we're back. That was a quick one. All right, this has turned out to be harder than I anticipated, but we're gonna try to do as much as we can. I do think I just want to like play some video games in a bit, so we're gonna do what we can, and then I'm gonna get bored or tired, and we're gonna move on to, I don't know, maybe play some Celeste or something, unless anyone has an idea of what they'd like me to play. But that's most likely gonna be the plan. Why is Twitch running another ad? Oh, that's so fucked. I'm gonna try to snooze it for 5 minutes. That's annoying. Okay, menu manager. Excuse me. Okay, so that is that. Main menu canvas, that doesn't exist, so we're gonna have to put some values around that. Settings, main resolution sound canvas, title text, that doesn't exist, so we're gonna put some scene specific logic around that. Menu button handler, sound setting manager. It doesn't seem like I have anything hooked up to that even in the other scene, so that might not be anything anymore. Let me just double check. Scene start. Menu manager. Yeah, there's nothing there. Sound setting, menu button handler. If I look at menu button handler, sound setting manager. Do I just do I do a find object of type? Okay. So I can maybe even get rid of this. Oh, sorry, not get rid of it, but remove the serialized field. Hopefully without breaking anything. But one will never know. Let us test it. Chat, how you guys doing? Lurkers, how you guys doing? Keith, how's your lunch? What are you eating? Fuck. What did I break? Main menu canvas, that's supposed to be there, but it is the settings menu canvas that is supposed to be hidden. Ginger Dev, don't stress it. All right, Twitch is being a pain in the ass. We're gonna have another round of ads. If you want to dodge the ads, Twitch Prime is your friend. Sorry about that. Menu button handler. Input handler. On as input. Invoke on as input. Handle on as input. Input handler. Toggle settings menu. Let's see if this works. I'm definitely losing stamina. Okay. Open settings menu. Open settings menu. Settings button. Okay, yeah. Open settings menu. Okay, yeah. I think I'm okay with that. Let's just test it out. Oh, I forgot to put toggle. If true is false, else true. There we go. That should now work. Which hopefully carries over to the other side of the things. Okay, that looks good. I don't know. Settings, resolution. This is harder than I had thought to hook all this up. I'm gonna not lie. Toggle settings menu. Toggle settings. Okay. Shit. close settings menu. Public bool is settings menu open. Return parent settings menu canvas active self. I think that's the go-to. Then menu button handler. I'm gonna put this back to, I think toggle's fine. Is menu handler dot is settings menu open. Deselect all buttons, close setting menu. That's right. If menu handler is not, then we'll just open it. Yeah, okay. So it's back, 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 or open. It hurts my brain. Does that work? What the fuck is the command? All right, I'm at the point where I am going to probably call it very soon. I think my day is over. It's been fun. I will stick around past this 10-minute mark if anyone subs and it adds I think subbing adds like 15 extra minutes. So I will go for as long as you guys sub to me. I'll put that in front of you guys, but likely it means we are calling it a day. Yeah, 15 minutes for a tier 1 sub. Okay, I think this should work. And if I click through, there we go. Yes. Perfect. Now if I start game, outdoor represent situations object. Sound setting manager. Sound setting manager. Object reference not set to it. Sound setting manager. Why does it open up this reference? If main menu canvas is null, that's fine though, I think. It's okay to be null. But the null reference error, object reference not set to an instance of an object, sound setting manager. Okay, let's make that a prefab if it's not already. Canvas. Main menu canvas. Settings menu canvas. Sound canvas. Settings. Where is it? Oh, am I? Yeah, okay. Settings menu canvas. Settings menu border square. Settings menu canvas. Button. button, 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 resolution canvas. What am I missing? What am I missing here? Sound setting manager. Menu handler, toggle settings menu. Main menu canvas, main settings menu canvas. Set active, sound settings manager. On enable. Line, is that line 56? My old eyes. Okay. Input handler is null. It's not null. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. Actually, no, I'm a lot confused. Is this not a null check? If it's null, don't do it. Main menu canvas, main menu canvas. This is supposed to work. Why doesn't this work? This is really like the question mark dot is supposed to be a null check. Am I fucking insane? Like, what's going on? Ah, because set active is void? It's driving me nutty. not equal to null. Then we'll put this in here. Okay, why doesn't the escape key work? Sound setting manager. Why is that not show? Why is that causing me grief? Sound of menu canvas. The fuck? That is so weird. Sound setting manager. Sound setting manager. Find object of type sound setting manager. All right, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me today, chat. I think I am done. I don't have any more energy to hang out. Chat is dead. Y'all have left me, and that's okay. But I think it is time to call it. Have yourselves a great rest of your day. We're going to go raid someone. For the folks who are still kicking around, we are going to go raid someone. But yeah, really appreciate for all the lurkers. I don't know, it might just be me at this point. Let's go find someone to go say hi to. Literally 2 viewers might just be me watching myself at this point. All right, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good rest of your day. I'm out of here. It's been fun. I'm glad to be able to put in a couple hours of a stream. Peace.